Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie. How are you, ladies? I'm hoping you're well. I know it's like my computer still says the time of my United States, North Carolina time, so it's only almost 5 a.m. So Midasi is thank you. Midasi for receiving me. Let me see. Me, I love you. Mache, Mache is good morning. Terasi is to sit. I'm sorry, Terasi is to sit. Yes, Terasi. Ra is to come. Okay, what I'm wanting, my goal is to get the numbers together. I want to know how to count to 10. Come on, at least 10 in tree, and tree. I still get this like tree. But anyway, I would like to learn how to count days of the week. How to count to 10. I would say how to count to 100 because it might be a little rhythm like with some of the other languages that I'm still learning. But yeah, I really do. And y'all, I did hear. Now I understand how the brother I had met, the brother, the guy that does the laundry, and he was telling me that yes, that he was so happy about me learning and wanting to learn a language because that would help in citizenship in Ghana. Because as it stands, I believe so. Do your own research. That it is five. You need to be here, live here for 5 years, and some other things. But one of them is learning the local language. Like that would help tremendously. So just imagine, do my 5 years or less, because things are constantly changing, and get my citizenship because my learning the local language. And other than that, too, I really want to learn the local language. Like I really enjoy it, y'all. I love it. Hey, Sean Diallo. Hey, Queen, and our other two people that I saw. If you up, give a little shout out. So yes, y'all. So I said going bigger in Ghana, y'all. I really get the revelation because I'm in Accra, Ghana, and we're getting ready for their version of the reset. Let's not call it the other word. Call it the reset that we all must obviously need, even Africans. So I'm good. I'm good with it. It's all good. Like I don't know where I'm in a hotel now. I think I'm going to be with the family. It's humble beginnings. People, the Ghanaian people is showing up, y'all. The Ghanaian people is showing up. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the glasses on so now I can see everybody without kissing the screen. Good morning, Felicia. Good morning, Zumba Queen 7. So I've been loving it up in this hotel because I love it, and I do like. I mean, the idea of isolation is a little different for me because I do it a lot, but nobody really wants to be forced to do it. I think we're not being forced. I think we have asked for on our own spiritual journey because although it seems like it's a global thing, yes, because it shows you how powerful the media is. Can you imagine if the media would send out messages good with this kind of intensity? Oh my God, the world would be a beautiful place for everyone. And that's what I always think evil wants more and more and more and more. But they want to feel a certain way, and then that way they want to feel, you could feel that same way, and everybody still wins. So it's about everybody winning. So I feel like I'm winning. I'm winning. Like I know it's hard to believe for some people that I would rather just say goodbye to the old and start this anew, and that don't let this spiritually blindside you to the truth of who you are and what you are and what your ability and capabilities are as a spiritual being, which means this is not about brute force. This is not about you using your physicality to stop an energetic level that doesn't feel pleasing to you. This is about spirituality, and this is about spiritual sustenance. This is about you are the spiritual sustenance in that. Guess what? You're built for this. You're built for this. You have survived so much. You have overcome so much. You have learned and grown and strengthened and perfected that all them baths, all those crystals, all the meditation, all of that has prepared you to be able to do what we're doing here. and to use this amazing, extremely energetic contrast, right, to fuel you. Because contrast, still, as much as it's contrasting what you think you want or believe you should have, at the same time, it holds the same exact power because really it's the same thing, just turned upside down. So, in other words, the momentum of contrast is just as fierce as the momentum of manifestation. So, you can just turn it around and say, wow, this must mean that where I'm going is so amazing. Where I'm going mentally, physically, spiritually, where I've gone, where I've entered, like this, just take the intensity of it or take the momentum of this energy, just the momentum to see like, wow, you see how we could spread whatever we could and everybody has lost it, right? What if we did that same and use that same intensity but only put out messages of courage, encouragement, upliftment, power. Like we would, the world could be a different place. Like that's how I look at this. Like, oh my God! And but it shows you that you don't need a lot. It's not like, yes, in a sense, the more people think about it, the more it becomes a reality for everyone. But at the same time, even if one person thought differently and continue to keep yourself in a bubble, if you will, of thinking differently, which is hopefully positive and seeing the good and knowing what this is and understanding. And then thus, once we get to that point, like we'll break out, like it'll just be, and yeah, because you still keep creating your reality. This is our reality. We're a part of this. Because even if we as light workers would say, well, I never put out that I wanted this calamity. And those as, well, I guess, dark workers, I don't know. Because I don't think if you're not a light worker that you're not a dark worker. You're not, I don't think that. So, and everyone else, if you will, thought about it in a different way. And I think it would change the way that the world is moving. I think it would change the direction of where it's going. We're giving so much power to somebody else and we're waiting for them to fix it. That can't be true. You've lost. That's the losing your power when you're not standing in the what you know, whatever that is, and the silence and the quietness and all of that. But also finding, and I am finding like because you're pretending to be happy. I mean, that real genuine appreciating what's around you. Look at me, y'all. I mean, yes, I'm in Africa, and I do say the weather's beautiful, and I do feel like the foods and all that is amazing. But Africa is a country and a continent, actually, and Ghana is a country, and this country needs to, they gonna do what they gotta do to feel good and feel safe. So I ain't mad at none of it. What I know is that um, we cannot fear death and we cannot fear life. Let me say it again. What I know is we cannot fear death, but we can also not fear life. They're both the same vibratory energy. Okay, if you're fearing death, so some would say, get out of Africa, it's a third world country. Go back home where there's what? Wherever you go, there you are, first of all, and everything is energetic and vibratory frequency. For me, I have come to the conclusion that what you even thought was more first worldly in thought, idea, deed, and action was not very first worldly at all. That actually the so-called third world country is a lot more civilized, if you will, than a lot of places I've been in my own home country. So I think that when it's time to go, you're going to go. You cannot avoid death. So if one would think like, oh my God, you're in Africa and they have all these things that you don't ever have to encounter, and even if you do, you would do well to fight it off. Okay, so it's people don't actually get it. Sometimes some of us have a life in a home country that really wasn't a life at all. That we were meant to be travelers, or we were meant to be mothers, or we were meant whatever that thing is. Like we do it, and we are trained, in our own spiritual sense to go out in the world. So for me, why I'm choosing to stay, unless I have to like mandated go, is because I know that that's an illusion to think that there's some other place that's safer. If safety is not felt in here and seen through here, and then released through here, then it's not really safe. Okay, so the idea that you should run or leave is really not the solution. Wherever you are, like I'm telling you, you're good and you're perfect. So there are so many myths about Africa that I think, in general, and I don't know about Ghana personally, but that sometimes we think would stop us from moving forward. I have time right now, and hopefully you do too, to assess who and what I am. Some things are not just intellectualized, but they're felt. You gotta feel it, and when you come and you feel it, I feel so much like lighter. I feel physically lighter. I mean, like I eat, y'all. We eat like yams. You know what I'm saying? Like we eat good food. We eat a lot of food. There's food in Ghana, and I am like losing weight like crazy because this is some real stuff. What I ate before was some like half baked, literally. This is fully baked in the sun, baby. So the food is good, okay. And then if you want to go on a fast, like I've been going on the last few days, then you could simply just eat the fruits that are juicy and yes, what is it going to be? So people say, well, it's this thing, this pandemic of the mind that society is having right now is still a reality on some level, right? You're facing it, so therefore, okay, no problem. It's okay. It's already manifested. We've all already did it. All of us collectively have been scared. Okay, that's okay. And so this is what it looked like manifested. We know it. We don't like it. We got the message, or did you? Because there is a message in this, a beautiful message, a great message, a message that you actually really want, a message that you have been asking for. This is not a lesson like you've been naughty and you didn't follow the rules, so therefore you're being punished. Nah, I don't believe that. That's not happening. What is happening is you really want something, and you're going to learn how to get it, and you're going to learn how to do it through this, and then we'll get it, and we'll get over the punishment thing that we are bad. And once we get over that, we'll even start asking for less of the pandemics and more of the sharing and of love and decency and humanness. Human decency is important. It's important to the whole world. And hey, now we're all connected. We wasn't really connected before as a people. I think as much as I travel, when you travel, sometimes you have to remember that still yet everybody's not traveling because for many reasons, and so it's not a bragging thing. Let me just say it, but you forget that sometimes. So when you're able to travel, you're able to realize that maybe everything you've been told was a kind of like an illusion, something that you were meant to. And you didn't have a lot of choices, and you took the best life you could, and you really thought that was the best life for you. Then through life experiences, even maturing, aging, you realize, wow, this is something else that's more important to me. It's a feeling. So I can feel just as great in the States, and I think I always expressed that I was good where I was. So now I'm good here. And it's something that if I'm not fearing the death aspect, because I truly don't believe that if you had heed this warning, you would have never died. I feel like that is exactly which way you needed to walk in at any given time. So I would never stop living because of the threat of death, because if that's the case, and because everybody believes it, the world's just feeling threatened by something coming to get them, or death. So I don't feel like I think that, again, when you really want to be somewhere, you got to say, I'm with this country, with whatever they're going through, because I got to know that nowhere is perfect. So if you go to a place and it's not perfect, and you know it's not perfect, or the world right now is not perfect, and you still willing to be and would choose to be right there, you probably are down for the long haul. And the long haul is what you need if you make a choice, especially to move. Although you can move again, but so it's easy to get up here and be like, yes, Ghana 2019, you have to return, right? Like, oh, woo, woo, back to Africa, right? When it's all good, but to come and say, hey, you know what? I still feel like, this is where I want to do this. I mean, on a spiritual level, like this is all amazing. I'm fully surrendered. Like I've never been this surrendered in my life, and I love the surrendering feeling. When I tell you I got robbed by gunpoint, it was not a good event, but that surrendering feeling was like real. After that, the gun thing stopped, like the fit. Nah, I just like that's a surrender right there. Death is a surrender, and even the possibility of it sometimes is too. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm being pulled. I feel like it's beyond me anyway. I feel like you can't give up so easily. Like I know you don't think, but like we got to stay strong to wherever it's going. You know, it's just the first thing. Like, oh, I'm around, or it's the first thing. Like at some point, you got to say, if I don't stand for something, I'm a fall for anything, or even some things. And so I feel like, I don't know if you have to see me, but okay, yeah, I feel like on my end, I'm getting some, static or buffering that I feel relaxed still. I feel calm. Like I said, now we're in Accra. Like I know I could have been in any part of Ghana, but no, I'm in Accra. So that's how I know I'm supposed to be in Accra, because I think it's only I know it's Accra, Kumasi, Tima, and I wish I could remember the other ways. Or I don't really know the other place, but so I'm assuming the highly populated metropolitan like areas, heavily trafficked kids. I'm in Accra, so like, as no, people here are still, they're working it out, and it's gonna affect. My thing is just, just like seeing like it will be very little effect. I mean, I just want that on the market women, on the vendors, on the people who like us, like me as an entrepreneur, and like you, all our wonderful small businesses in the states that are, that they will, everything will be returned to them, tenfold, and all of us, for you as well, me, or everybody, like everybody's affected, but let's come together, let's make it easier for ourselves. So I've really been adopted into a family. The head of the family told me, as the oldest man, boy, young man, no man now, told me that you are part of us. You are one of us now. This is this family. So I think I'm going to go over there. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that that's the plan. But either way, if I stay here, I know that I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I would rather probably be with the family, because I think that's the next step. It's humbling, yes. Like some would think, like, oh, don't you want to go to your apartment where what? What? I mean, so the water for me, some people like can't deal with the water because it runs cool, it runs warm, it's warm, it's not hot. It's hot running water. Like I mean, I don't know where that is here. That's studied, and not places I bet I'm sure it exists, but it does not bother me at all. Not one moment. I just love it. And two, you can also boil water. Many people do. To boil the water, you got your basket, like I would say bucket, and you got a smaller bucket. So you got, hey, but that water, washing your body like that feels good. Like I mean, like there's a different kind of cleansing when I feel like you're standing, or even if you want to sit in the tub. The tubs are here, so there's a tub. I don't know if people soak in them actually, but they use it as a shower to wash, and then to dip with that warm water. It's just a certain care to touch yourself, in that way. And the African nets that I have, they sell them all over. That's what most people use. They really do use the African net. So that's another thing. And the sun is really healing. Like I could see how a lot of disease could not live in the heat. Like I mean, it kind of, wow, like your skin, right? So your skin, we've heard, especially in the United States, we hear this a lot, that it's your biggest elimination organ, right? Biggest elimination organ. So just think that this is what you're wearing most of the days, and even the clothes itself are cotton and very, it's easy for air to get through. And you're wearing skirts or dresses every day, and you're wearing your feet out every day, and you're wearing your crown in a sense out every day, right? So it's the face, like everything. Like this is such a, we know it's the biggest elimination organ, but it's also the biggest absorption organ, and it can absorb the sun well. It's the reason why you're going to get darker and darker, to give you that, I'm going to say, almost immunity. Not, and I know that's a strange word to say, or a loaded word to say during this time, and I'm not really relating it to this time, relating it to all times. I think that there's a certain, the sun is very, very important. Who would want to leave this? This is what. So this is that way. I don't have a way. I don't think my life was that great in the States. I don't think that it was as full as I could be. It was a part of me, but it wasn't all of me. And traveling had taught me that. You know, For those who are just watching, because I think this people will be watching a lot of Ghana blogs, and I think people will be, yeah, I think people watch a lot of Ghana blogs for a long time, and so for me, I don't see I'm in a better. I got family, people that really are there. A newness. Newness is great. No matter if it. At the same time, we're all connected because we're all really facing the same pandemic, right? So it's all good, whichever one you choose, but don't be scared. At least don't be scared to run so fast. Like, oh my God, I'm in this country and I thought I wanted to stay, but all this is going on. Unless you ask to leave by high authority. Other than that, I don't feel like I'm taking a chance either. I feel like I'm living a life. And that's different than taking a chance. And I don't want to not live a life again. It's like you've had the best as far as if you're into heat. Some people not. Some people not. Some of the people here not into heat. Okay, you're into sun. If you're into sand, if you're into salt. I'm just if you're into those things, because everybody's not. If you're into seeing mostly yourself, if you're into that, then it's a nice place. It's beautiful. I don't want to make what's going on like I don't see the beauty, because it's still here. That's probably why I'm still here. Okie dokie. Hey Felicia, this is the time for us to heal and grow. Yes, ma'am. Let me read all of them. Let's go to the ladies and see how everybody's doing. Sean Diallo, hey lady to you, queen. Where you at? Felicia Brown, good morning. Zuma Queen, good morning. Lisa Marie, hey darling. This is the time for us to heal and grow. Yes, Felicia, that really, right? Wow, your skin is glowing. Keep on enjoying the sun. Thank you. I took a long, beautiful sun walk. I call it a sun walk yesterday. Yes, it's all a test. That's right. We have to choose to live our lives in the way that is best for us. Absolutely. Absolutely, right? And it seems like that's one of the messages as from hey Audrey, good morning. Is Goddess moved to Ghana's? Oh yeah, Goddess. Let me tell you, yo, me and Goddess can have all our differences in the world, but I won't never lie. I'll tell you this: she's a G. Goddess is a G. Goddess had no problem. Goddess got things hooked up because she got her business there that's still, running. When it comes up again, it'll come up again. Goddess is a G. Goddess is a word. Goddess reminds me of there ain't no turning back. Like Goddess is the Harriet Tubman that I thought I was, and I think I still am. Goddess is all about Harriet. All about Harriet. So she's a G, and I really, no matter what, appreciate that we remind each other of why we're not going back. Not that we have to have conversations, but others seem to think like, oh my God, when you don't know, they don't know. They don't know. But I mean, all I can say is just look. It's just like this is a reflection, and I didn't do anything special. I took a shower. That was it, and I'm a shea butter on. Shea butter. Somebody asked me, is the shea butter smoother because it's fresher, or is there a difference in the shea butter? Do I feel? I do. Of course, I do think it's fresher. I do think it's smoother. But let me tell you why. I think it's a mixture of everything. The shea butter and the sun and the mild sweating. To me, that's what really makes it. The shea butter is at a nice consistency because the weather's always at a nice consistency. So the shea butter is perfectly blended without blending. I'm sure they are maybe even blending some of the newer ones, but it's there. So even my shea butter I brought from the States, of course, originally came from Ghana, but was bought in the States. It reacts really the same way. But I like theirs. I don't, for some reason, I like theirs better. It is. So that tells me that it's fresher. I found out that they say that the shea butter protects you from mosquitoes, and mosquitoes biting you. And I have to say, the only time that I got bit was when I used another shea butter from the States that had fragrance in it. After that, I never did again. And then the people said that the shea butter can help keep you from getting bit by mosquitoes. And I have to say, I've had no problem with mosquitoes. Now, at the same time, I don't go out, you know what I'm saying, at nights, because I think that, of course, that's when they come out. So, not up yet, but, hopefully my body will get these immunities. And I do believe that eating the food gives you immunity too to those things that are around you. So I think that staying in a country long enough is a great advantage to your immune system, a great advantage to you. And then I was thinking about this immune system thing, y'all. Like, so what really keeps your immune system go strong? If that's the thing we need to focus on, and it's how good you feel. So you could be in a place that's a so-called first world country with all these hospital facilities, which some might be afraid of the hospitals. I'm just saying, and all these other things that they have, but if you're fearful or if you're uncomfortable or if you feel isolated and it feels, torturous, then I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But you can't, there's no sun or it's rainy, cloudy days and now you're already in. Like, whatever it is, what I'm saying to you is that's when you have to say to yourself, what's important to me? What do I need to choose for myself? And I think that this is that time, though, to know that wherever you are, like, this is that time to say, seriously, 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 stop playing. Like, talk to yourself, stop playing. Stop acting like this is good or this is great. Just be okay with it and say, you know what if I am like this? What if I gave myself a chance and did something so what people think you shouldn't do? And what if I discovered in doing that, oh my God, it's like, this is what life is about, pretty dresses on pretty black skin. That's it. No, I'm just saying. Like, it's like, you remember, like, I was living alone in an apartment that was just alone in a little box, and now I got less space, and I'm about to go to a place where it's even less space, and it's going to be uncomfortable, and I don't know how pretty my dress is going to be where I'm about to go, but I'm here for it. Like, okay, because all of it's been so good, and all of it's been so learning and growing. Like, I'm living, so I don't want to go home to so-called safety where I was not really living. And it's not that's. I mean, if we all going through it, then what shouldn't we pick it? Don't let them make you think it's a third country you're gonna die faster. You might actually survive here. You might. I'm just saying you might not. But I'm just saying, like, don't believe the hype. Like, you got. That's why I say assessment time, y'all. Assess. You assess who and what you are. Assess it. And then this is good time. Then decide, and then we do the rest. So yeah. So yes. The answer is yes. She is, and she already got her apartment. She already put her money down. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here contemplating that one or the neighborhood I really want to live in. And that's another thing. Like, even through all of this, it's like, you know what? That's cool, but I know where I'm gonna be happier. And so to me, that's about. I'm sorry, I was talking about the immune system. That's what the immune system is for me. It's like it's built on how happy and how good do you feel in all aspects, not just kind of over medicating with all the herbs. It's like, wait, but if my feelings are scared, if I'm taking the herbs that are supposed to be great for the body, but I'm taking it because I'm fearing that I'm going to get something, I don't even know how much the herbs going to work. I think that if you are going through something, but you can see the positive, you're going through something, but you can see the beauty, you're going through something. See, then it's not like you're going through it in the same way. You're not going through it in the same way physically, you're not going through it in the same way mentally or spiritually. So you have to, when you can actually see it in a way that's more beautiful. So God helps me see things in a different way. It's just that simple. It's like, it shows me that, I don't know, even through all of this, and I still feel like I know that the divine is still working. Like, I know that the ancestors are still there. Like, I know in a way that I don't know if I ever did. And life is about living. Like, I am not going to not live so I won't die. Like, I will not do it. Don't live because you might die. Ooh, well, God dang it, let's take that gamble. I'm going to live. Like, living to me is, yeah, why not be in Ghana, West Africa in March, April 2020? Like, why not? Like, yes, like, go, go, go. That's the spirit telling me, like, hey, we got you. I've seen love, protection, order. Like, I know I'm not alone. Like, not only am I not spiritually alone, of course, as above, so below, I'm not physically alone either. Like, I'm gotten. They got me. Like, yo, they got me. Like, y'all don't even understand. Like, what I would have been, alone in the States. So, I mean, so to speak. I mean, It's the next level. Like up leveling, for me, Ghana is an up level in so many ways, even through all of this. Because if I and or us can get through this and create, there's a lot to do. I got all these videos to monetize. I got flyers now that I can create, can be ready. I can now, uh, I can now sit with myself in alignment with my higher source and create products and services that are amazing. I can write that book. I can write that book of inspirations or stories that I never told anybody about, just traveling, like the stuff I got to happen to me, that I just never put public. Yeah, so like I mean, like wow, like this is such a. We think we're bored, but can you imagine we took this time to build up our businesses or build it or listen enough and started creating, like, so when nothing stays the same, absolutely not. And I believe not that this too will pass. There is no passing. This is not as this is. Can you imagine if you never knew it was a virus, even if it so-called was a virus? You there would be no virus because that's not what your mind would be focused on. Can you imagine? You have to turn the tide. You have to say, wait a second, this is kind of off. There's little things here and there that I notice that people are saying, it's about let's talk about the immune system and being happy and not being so scareful tactics. That's ridiculous to think that that's the only thing that's going to work. It's not. But it also shows me the power again of suggestion. And so suggesting something. Other thing too, I'm kind of talking about that. I'm talking about this. Courage. Courage is everything. Courage is everything. Courage and ancestors. The ancestors, if you have the courage, they will make sure that you will continue to have the courage even when you're scared. Now it's interesting. I'm not scared at all. I've been got over the scared feeling. Something about traveling did that for me. It makes you less fearful and more fearless. Not scared now. I'm scared still is that feeling like it's like butterflies in your stomach. People describe. I never knew what that meant because I don't think I've had no damn butterflies in my stomach. But that's being scared. Like yes, yeah, that one might be there, but not really. So then you have some goddess. Then you got goddess in the mix who's like, yo, this is it. We ready. Just, we'll send for the rest. So like it's like I feel the ancestors all in this. You know what I'm saying, y'all? I feel the ancestors all in it. So I'm more there. I'm more there than anywhere else. So yes, yes. Yes, yes, that's right. You heard me, girl. You heard me, darling. Let me see. Yes, it is. Let me go back a bit. Thank you. That's right. That's right. That's right, Queen. The best for us. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Audrey. So she leading the pack. When I talk to her, when I know, because everybody else is like, are you, okay, we're gonna talk about that. I finally made the line. Hey, Marissa. Yes, pretty dresses on pretty black skin. I'm here for it, right? Right, girl. You felt me. Hello, I love you. Level says every time I think about Ghana, the song "Grown and Sexy" by Daniel Mark plays in my head. You know what? I'm gonna play that because Queen. Guess what? I played that song, Felicia, so much before I left out of the state. So yes, it is that. It's grown and sexy. It's good, y'all. Like whatever gonna happen, but like today, like it's good, and I'm just on the next step. I'm getting rest. I'm getting deep relaxation, and I got this balcony, y'all. That's why too, like I said, knowing yourself. Like I grew too. Like I know that I don't mind hotels. Let me tell you, if I had the money. It's not a lot though, because I'm working it out. And it wasn't a lockdown. If it wasn't a lockdown, I would stay. I would stay because it's just cool. It's a nice little. I love it. It's great. But the balcony is everything. I got this outdoor. But because of the lockdown, I'm just spiritually feeling. And the answers will work it out that I'm probably going to go to the family. I'm going to the compound where they live. Is might not. I don't know if it'll accommodate both of me and my girl, but my girl's already over there. Because y'all know God has been taking care of herself, though. Yeah, so she already over there. and I'm looking for they are seeing about myself. But whatever it is, it's gonna all work out. Like I'm good. Like I just feel like if I just say yes and just woo, I do. I feel like if I just go along, just go along, just go along. I feel like that it's gonna be good. Like just no resistance, no resistance. Just yeah, I can do it all. You know what? Honestly, it doesn't take a lot here to be beautiful to me, as I feel like maybe in the States, and I know it sounds crazy because sometimes sleeping uncomfortably to me means like, oh my God, my beauty. Like, that was a Leo moment. Only Leos would understand that moment I just had there in front of everybody else. But it's real though. So, but here, you wash up. Like I used to think that I needed to spend hours or at least an hour in the sea salt bath to get your glow up, but actually sweating in the sun, drinking a lot of water will do that for you. And I've only been to one beach one time. Can you imagine once the beach life starts to resume and all that other stuff that's about to happen? I'm here for that, and I just feel like I'm on an expedition. Like, how blessed am I to get to be able to grow traveling? Sometimes we forget, but there are some people that out there, some of y'all, whether you have traveled or not, you are a traveler. Like, this is your life. This is what you're gonna want, and then you'll understand when you start actually traveling. If you're a traveler. I mean, when I say a traveler, that person that once you do it, you realize, oh my God, I never want to stop. This could be my life. And then it becomes where you can't not do it. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it. And then it becomes, even when you don't know you have to do it, it will do you. It will come to you. It's some spiritual thing that there's certain people that when they click the call for it, they take heed, and others that don't but want to. And that's what I'm talking to today. Like, you know, you're going to travel again, and you're going to think differently. You're going to think about where you spend your dollars, how you spend your dollars, and we're going to, yeah, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. So all my travelers, this is what you travel for. You travel to get to know the people. You travel to understand the politics of the country, which I told you I'm more into. You travel to do things you've never done. I want to team up with Pan African TV, and I want to do a little bit of a fundraiser for all the ladies at the marketplace where these kind of things like shutdowns will affect them. First, I need to find out how is that going to affect them. Are they not going to be able to sell their goods? Are they like what does the lockdown mean for places like Makola Market, or all the various markets throughout where the black woman, y'all, this is how she eats. So I'm going to get more details on what the lockdown looks like, and then I would like to do a little fundraiser where we buy whatever the ladies need, because they might be mandating that they have sanitizer bowls to wash their hands. They may be mandating that. I don't know. I got to find out. But if so, that's something like sanitize. That stuff is kind of expensive. Listen, before the pandemic, you did not, sanitizer was not as big, I mean, probably anywhere in the world that it is in the world right now. So I just want to make sure they get what they want. So we'll talk about stuff when I find out more details. Like, that's the kind of stuff I want to do. I really care. I care about the people. I care about the conditions. I care about myself as one. I already feel like I'm here. Some people might say, oh my God, like for you too. Oh my God, it's a rash, don't give up everything. Like, what am I giving up? I'm giving up an apartment that's not mine and never will be. I can always get another dang apartment. That's what you got to understand. Like, it's not even for me. It's like, that's an apartment. We got to stop holding on to stuff. So, and I think this is going to teach us holding on to stuff so hard too. Like, that's the past. Let it go. Do it in a way that makes people good. Get the coins from all the goods. No, what I'm saying to you, if I had to return back to the U.S., I know my girl already told me, I got you. I won't be on nobody's couch for too long. I feel like I'm in a stage where I don't need all that stuff behind me. Like, I know that this has solidified to me that I am a traveler, and I like to move around the world. And for me, it's Africa, the continent of Africa, the black world in Africa. I'm 52, so I kind of know where paradise is for me. even though it's hard to see it for some because it is so-called is going on and people can't really think about the future, but that's exactly what you have to think about if you want to get through and not get through, thrive through, maybe fly through, right? And definitely vibe through this time. Stop waiting for somebody else to fix it and know that you can turn the tide. Turn the tide, ladies. Turn the tide. So I'm sure there's people that live abroad that are so-called, they say stuck in different countries and maybe places that are beautiful and sunny and may still be so riddled with fear that they can't see it. So being abroad to them is worse than being at home, so to speak. But there are some of us that believe that this is all divine and part of it, and that this is where we like to do the work that we want to do, and that you don't just go home when it gets rough. Like it's rough everywhere. So choose your paradise where you are right now. I personally want to do it in some consistent sun and some sweating. And again, who knows what tomorrow brings? I'm gonna see what I want tomorrow to bring. So, and I want y'all to do the same. That's gonna be what's up. So, yes, grown and sexy. Yes, that's the jam, right? Yes, go with the flow. Yes. So spirit ain't done me wrong. That's the other thing. People tell you stuff, they not in your spirit. Like, if we believe in astrology, and I got this amazing astrological reading that I think I shared with some of y'all. If I can find that link, it's a brother out of India named Andy. Actually, my sister hooked me up to the reading, and it was an August reading. It was about the Leos born in the age I am on the day, August 7th, my day, and it was the exact reading for me. And it was so clear that I was not going to prosper as much in my own country than I would abroad. It was said it was on it, you're a travel, you have to go travel, you have to be. So this is, like Miss Jackie reminded me, this is my normal. If anything, I need my family, friends to support me in this endeavor. And y'all doing it. Like I wanted to say, first of all, this is my normal. That's right, Miss Jackie. And that gave me strength. This is me. Like this is what I would be wanting to do. And I think it's some of y'all, probably living in Trinidad prepared me for that, or understanding that I love nature. Actually, California did that first. We did a lot in the bush, we did a lot in the natural atmospheres. We did a lot. And so I knew that I was like, oh my God, I'm born in New York, but I'm so, at that point I thought I'm so California, like I want to have the bean sprouts and the avocado or the pear, as they say here. I want to be in the sun. I want to be more in nature. I want to hear the birds, but I want city too, like I've grown and for you to know, I want that feeling as well. So it's just, why not? Why not? So it's bigger than what you're seeing and it could be greater than what you're seeing. But if you believe that what you're seeing and then you're waiting for somebody else to change the picture for you, that ain't going to happen. And it's not going to happen as quick as you would want it to. It's a consciousness that's changing. And I think the consciousness that this is a third world country, I'm starting not to understand what that means anymore. And the other things that they don't have, they actually don't need. We can't compare ever an African country to the United States or even to England. It's such a different concept and even way of being and thinking that I'm even with my duality is not really expressing. There was some I thought today that I was explaining, and in my mere explanation of it, it was so not Ghanaian. The idea of that this is better than this. What is for you is for you. My house of friend told me some stuff. I know my Kwesi told me that Ghanaians speak in proverbs. Like he gave me some proverbs. Like I'm gonna keep my book next to me when people talk, because like some of this stuff is so proverbial. It's just like, oh my gosh. Like, wow, like, okay, like that, yes, or just things that make a lot of sense. So it's not everything, it's intricate. It's polyrhythmic, the learning, the understanding. See, in this time, like, if we wasn't in this so-called situation, I could come to you and tell you about those things. why Africa to me, what it does to you, why you can't explain it until a person either has to feel it or they won't, because people will come to Africa and Ghana, maybe specifically that's where I am, and don't feel none of it, and that's okay too. But who feels it knows it, Lord. Who feels it knows it. So when you feel it, you start, and then it takes a minute. See, vacations are never actually enough. Those 2 weeks, you got to be living it. So living without certain things, I've done that. I done been to Colombia. I done been to the DR. Like I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I know what it is. I know what you're not gonna have, and that's nothing compared to sun, laughter. And again, I know people are saying, but the pandemic, but I can't feel that. That's not my life. That's not my business. My business is to stay well, of course, and healthy, but my business has always been to stay well and healthy. But my business is not to miss out on life and living and all the beauty that comes from any condition or circumstance. And also to know that I create my own reality, and I know my reality is set or not set, whatever I want, whatever I believe. So take the frequency or the momentum away that we're contributing to. That's the greatest thing. Get their minds, and then I got them. Because it's not, that's can't all, y'all know that ain't all physical. Y'all know that can't, no. And then another thing too, I'm just saying, I'm not talking about this situation, disease. I'm telling you something on a whole nother note, just so we can be clear. They study it scientifically and culturally. You have resistance to things. At least learn as an African what you are resistant to. I wish we had the science of the black body, which we do. I would like you to pick up books and study things about, definitely in the wake of the brother, Dr. Lalia Africa, his passing. Study melanin. Study melanin. I'm going to give you that for homework. Like you got your board, listen to all the videos that Dr. Africa talked about melanin. His stuff is brilliant and it's fascinating, and it should go down in history. So that's another thing. This stuff is deep. Not to say it's people that don't look like me is going to not go. I'm saying also that returning back to your natural foods. Rest in peace, Dr. Sabi. We got the teachers. Dr. Sabi really understood in the way, and I think Dr. Sabi lasted a lot longer, because Dr. Sabi was connected to Honduras, and that connection to that sand, that sun, that melanin being activated 24/7, and the herbs that grew for there would have kept him alive for another 100 years. Easy, I have no doubt. Dr. Lay Africa, brilliant, eating the food product, but he really was down in the trenches. I believe when you're in the United States, that's why he said I had 74 good black years, which means respect due, because that's a lot. He could have probably went to Africa and lived, could have went to Africa and stayed. I know he could have, but he wasn't. He was here for the people. That was that guerrilla, health, and I love him for that. He was here to help Black Americans, and I guess he felt like he had to be here. Did a lot of traveling, a lot of getting around, which can affect your immune system as well. But I don't think his immune system is affected. I think he worked, he did it, he's a soldier. But his way of living is the way of living. He's right. And because of his way of living, again, if you choose to go all the way to the way he was talking about, and if you read some of his books, African Holistic Health, or some of his other books, you realize that the way he's been describing in those books is the way that many Africans live, or at least have lived for a while. So the idea of food, the idea of eating, the idea of sustenance, I know that's Kojo saying, pack your bags. So I got all my clothes laid out, already rolled up, and I just got to put them in a suitcase. But I know that's him. That's why I wanted to do this, because it's time to go. Next stop. So yes, y'all. Yeah. So just like, let's see. Yeah, just know. Just know that there's a lot here for us that I think, naturally used to start. Like I said, when I started, I feel lighter, like I could fly, but I also feel less stressed. Like I really want to let the stuff go in the States, because that feels like energetically still holding me, and I don't really want to be held to it. So yeah, that's the phone. So yeah, anyway, y'all. So outfit of the day. Let's see if we can do the outfit of the day. don't think we can, but I don't know. I'm trying to keep it. Oh no, I tried to do this before. This is the shorts. This is the shorts. I'm wearing the shorts. I bought this at the market. I'm wearing the shorts. I'm wearing my yellow earrings because these colors on the top are the same colors in the shorts. I'm wearing, this is a very neon green. I don't see the neon green there because of the lighting. And then I'm wearing my beautiful sandals. And I'm not wearing my glasses, but you know, that's funky and chic as well. Okay. And then I'm busting out, because I think it's only fair to wear the coconut with this outfit. Oh, crossbody. Yes, that's what we're going to do. You know, you got that, you got your oops, can't really see it. So it's your bag. Oops. That goes cute. That's what I'm rocking. What y'all? What y'all rocking today? Oh, but y'all, I got clothes and bags. Let me show you this. Let me see. Okay, hold on. I hope you're still with me. Y'all, I ain't really want to take them out the bag, but I do have to show you because where I'm going, I don't think it'd be no use for these right now. But with all this, you know, when we celebrate as Ghanaians, we die see. When we celebrate as Ghanaians, we will have to be cute when we do it. And so I am ready here for the cuteness of the celebration of the ending of the nonsense. And we can go into some new higher thinking stuff. Okay, anyways, a two-piece. This the top, you can't see it. This one was made by another sister. She's a bad seamstress goddess founder. Knew somebody that knew somebody. Okay, that's the top. OMG, look at the embroidery. She added that to it. She added that. Okay. So she has her designs, this sister, her and another sister. And then you pick the design you want, and then you just pick out your own fabric, and this is the skirt that goes with it. I'll tell you, this is my power outfit. This is for I allow deals to make here in Ghana. God willing. All right, so let me show you else. And I don't have my ajua, a necklace on. I don't have none of my stuff. But okay, let me show you the other one. This one is so cute. It fits perfectly because I was measured for it. So it's custom. Custom. Okay, but again, I need to show y'all because where I'm going, maybe I don't think I'm going to be rocking it out like this. No, though, you know me. So this is so dang cute. I wish, what? Oh my God. I wish I could really see it. It's so dope. But it's a dress. It's a dress. Oh, wait a second, y'all. You see the split? Did the split have a zipper? Did she put a zipper in the split? Now you take it down. I'm gonna let that one just speak for itself when y'all see it on me. Okay, this is the joy and the laughter that we need right now. Keep it beautiful, keep it pretty, y'all. Keep it pretty. I have found some people ask me, "Are you a model?" I was like, you know what? I am. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to the door. Oh, you earned it. It's been more than much. You don't know if I need it's okay. You want to change? Yes. Okay. Come on in. That's great. It's okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I think I'm leaving today.
When you're ready.
Oh, when you're ready, I'll let you know. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We got to see.
Okay.
All right. That's right. So y'all know I'm in a hotel, so that was my service. So I showed you that, right? Okay, one more. I know he's gonna change the sheets, and then he's like, "Oh, you got plenty of things on the bed." I forgot. Okay, this one right here. This dress Goddess had made, and the sister didn't make it. Goddess, like all her dresses, very flary. She likes the flare look, which I like. I like it all. So this dress, but it was not, it was already made and guys couldn't use it because it wasn't flare, it was straight. So, uh, so I told them that I would take it because I love, it's their design. It's the design of the people that make the other two items I just showed you. It's their design. And so I just kept the color. So God has picked out these colors. And I love it. I think it's going to be very elegant and it fits beautiful. Look at the sleeves. So gorgeous. So yeah, this is like, so those seamsters, that's what you want. There's an outfit they got, oh my gosh, but it was going to take $80 just to make, and that's a lot here to make. $80 to make it, so you got sell it for a pretty penny. But I'm going to get there. But that's that one that I'm going to get, the $80 one to make. I think that's including the material as well. That's going to be the celebration that the Ghanaians are going to be doing when we are, in life, whatever. I won't say back to normal. I'm gonna say better than normal. So, yeah, that's what's going on, y'all. That is what's going on. So, okay, ladies. Well, I wanted to say, oh yes, oh yes. Hold on one second. My thing had a delay. So you know they're saying that there's more people than ever. Oh, thank you. That are on the internet, so there may be some buffering. Thank the blue, isn't it stunning? Yes. Muy bonita. Yes. How wow, beautiful. Thank you, Felicia. Everything. Thank you. Cute. She says, thank you, Felicia. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, y'all. So I'm definitely having fun. I mean, you gotta shop or you gotta think and you gotta feel for the future. Feel for the future. Like make that your thing. I am feeling for the future because that's what I'm doing with these little things. Because it'll be a day, it'll be a day. But this is could be a possible, great life. I mean, if we were not having this so-called situation, we would be talking about the serious, cost of living or what the cost of living is, and for people that might be thinking about retiring. I mean, it's a great conversation to be having that it would be difficult to have because most people can't think of going anywhere because they have believed that it's better to stay where you are because, and right now it is, but I mean, you don't want to make that your decision, your final decision based on a crisis. As a matter of fact, when in crisis, don't make too many like decisions that are fear based because crises are fear based in itself. So don't like make things out of feeling not afraid. I think when you're not afraid, you make the best decisions. Believe it or not, people think fear didn't mean get me to do this or that, but sometimes it's not fear. Fear does not have to be the motivating factor. Fear does not have to be that. So I just refuse to have that. I don't know if most people know. That's the difference. Some of the people we meet, they can't believe we're not as bothered. They can't believe we're not afraid, like a lot of the Ghanaians. And there's other people. I think the reason why me and God is like the art center so much is because we're around artists like ourselves, and sometimes, not all the times, but artists have another way of seeing things. And there's a lot of in the Rasta community here, in the conscious so-called community. I don't know if we could say that, but there are such consciousness. Yes, of course. I think that the people are very wanting to stay on the positive and not allowing negative vibes to bring them down and careful of the words that they're using. So I think there's so much about Ghana like I still am yet to learn, and that's fun and exciting as well. So anyway, hey Felicia, hey Emma, hi to you. So yeah, so anyway, I'm giving thanks and praises. I'm going to get on this phone call because I know that it's time to check out properly. All right, y'all. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace and blessings. Ladies, too, I'm sorry. Don't forget the intensive that starts next Sunday, but I'll talk to you about it more. Blessings.